Okay, and welcome back to the channel. We've got all kinds of things to talk about today. We're gonna do a "What's New to Me" record that I just bought. It's actually a picture disc. I'm really excited about it, really proud of it. We're gonna do an Infernal Insight, which is just basically a deep dive kind of into heavy metal. I've got a few, maybe three or four different things to talk about that. Hit up sports. My New York teams: Mets, Giants, Rangers. Oh Jesus! Okay, we're all better. This is a Shure 57 microphone. That's why it can take a beating, but at the same time, you just don't want to trash it. I like it, and I'm not sponsored by them. We do a FAQ, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I don't get a lot of questions, but hopefully one day I will. And we're gonna do Patriot Rhythm, which is a more political side of things, but I'm gonna try and lighten it up and make it heavy metal. I was kind of advised to stay away from politics on my channel if I want it to last, but we'll see. And then I'd like to talk maybe about Air India, about that tragic flight that had blown up basically and took a lot of lives. Kind of sad. So in this segment of It's New to Me is this gem right here. You all know that I am partial to Mayhem, and when I saw that they had a picture disc of Death Crush, I was just blown away. I was like, oh, the little hands just dangling right there. Love it. Let's see what the people have to say. It's been a limited print run, the mini album appearing in the top 20 of Kerrang magazine. Remember that magazine back in the 80s? I guess it's still around. In 2001, Q, which is a British heavy metal magazine, they named it in their top 50 heaviest albums of all time. How could you not? I mean, it's just noise. It's, the distortion pedal on 12. Chainsaw Gutsfuck was voted the most gruesome lyrics ever by Blender in 2006. Yeah, unless they've checked out some Cannibal Corpse, I couldn't think of anything more disturbing or gruesome than Chainsaw Gutsfuck. The tracks on this are that weird Silverster Amphag. It's an instrumental. It starts off pretty cool, but then it starts to drift, kind of like do 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 noises and stuff. I don't know. It's got Death Crush on it. Obviously, it's got Chainsaw Guts Fuck. The Witching Hour, which is an old Venom song that I don't care for it. I think Venom's version's better. Necrolust, weird Manheim instrumental, and it's not bad. I like that better than the beginning instrumental. And then Pure Fucking Armageddon, and that's just a banger of a song, I'd say. If we're still saying the word banger, I don't know. But I'm just really proud. Let me show it off one more time. In the wrapper and the back, but I don't know who that guy is. I'm a fan of Mayhem, and I lack to know who this guy is. Infernal Insight. Infernal Insight. Megadeth hit 40 years with this album. This one here is the original, and this is the redo, but this is what Dave wanted originally. To me, this makes way more sense. This is creepy. This is a skull with the thing over his eyes and the rattle cans on his ears. This other thing, not so much. And with weird choices, Dave decided to go for a 40-year anniversary for his album, a keychain holder. And of all the things to choose, I think I would have chose something else than a keychain holder. I would have got like skulls on the walls or some kind of like anti-military, maybe some kind of demonic thing. I mean, the songs on the album is Last Rites, Love to Death. So you figure that's death right there. Then it's Killing Is My Business, which is a hitman. Skull Beneath the Skin, which is, about dead. And then Rattlehead, and that's about making Vic. Describes, who he is, what he is. And there's The Chosen Ones, Looking Down the Cross, anti-religion. Mechanics, which is just a love song. And then These Boots, which is a redo. And then on this one, not this one, because this is the original. It's Last Rites, Love to Death live, Killing Is My Business live, The Skull Beneath the Skin live, Rattlehead, Chosen Ones live, Looking Down the Cross, Mechanics, Last Rites, Love to Death again live, The Skull Beneath the Skin, and Mechanics live. But yeah, of all that stuff, I could have been inspired to make something else other than just a keychain and its holder. Sticking with the thrash metal, Testament has a new album coming out, and Eric Peterson has confirmed that one of the longtime members of the band, and he says that Jens Borgen will be producing it, and Jens Borgen is no stranger to thrash metal, but he did one of Armand Armath's albums. I'm not sure which one he may have done more. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, but that's great. That's great. The Testament's back in the studio again. They're a great live band. Seen them twice. Saw them on that tour there and that. I'm gonna get this right. That tour there with Slayer and leading the charge of the Bay Area guys. Great, great show. I actually saw them with Dave Lombardo on drums when it was the Battle of the Bay. I think that's what that tour is called. But yeah, great, great show. So locked in, so to the point. We're gonna get this show going. We're gonna play hard. We're gonna play heavy. We're gonna play very technical. And that was a couple years ago. Actually, I saw that. And then obviously the Slayer one was their retirement tour. But both times I saw them, I'm impressed, extremely impressed. A little into them in high school, and then over the years got more and more into them, and just now in my elder years, I really appreciate what they can do. Great guitarists, great drummers. Singing has really evolved over the years, but I've always liked it, and good luck to them. Well, with everybody talking about it and it being such a hot topic, Ozzy's retirement, I really think this may be the last live show that he ever does. So they're talking about live streaming it. Now, my question is, are all the bands going to be live streamed? Is it like I'm actually there? Will it be simulcast? Is it going to be on a DVD? Is it going to be like a 2 day tour kind of like festival? If so, how are you going to fit all the bands on there? And what if I don't like all the bands? Say I just want like day one of the festival, or I want day two of the festival. Is that going to be available? What's the prices of this going to be for this live stream? Can I just bootleg it? I know that's a taboo word nowadays with LimeWire and Napster and all that. I'm not flying to England to watch a show. I'm sorry about that. I barely want to leave Houston to go watch a show. But it is Ozzy. I know Maiden's going to be there. Metallica's going to be there. I'm sure Anthrax will be on that bill. Zach Wild probably show up. But how much? How much are these tickets? How much is it for this live stream? I'm not caring about going actually to the show. I'm caring about the live stream that's going to be going on, and I'm caring about is it going to be recorded so that I can watch it later on down the road in life, or I can share it with my grandchildren and be like, hey, this was, the Prince of Darkness. And that's my 2 cents on that. And I really doubt it's gonna be 2 cents, probably gonna be about 200 two I don't know, 20,000 cents. This just in on my sports. New York Knicks, New York Mets, New York Giants, New York Rangers. I was at a bar one time with a friend and he made a point. He asked the bartender, she was like 35 years old, who played at their homecoming game, and she told us the score. And I was like, I'm from New Jersey and I don't even think we had a homecoming. And if we did, I wasn't there. And I really doubt a lot of people did show up. In the world of the Giants, the running back Scottaboo just signed a $5 million contract, and he is number 5 for the running backs. He's nursing an injury right now. They said if he could really get that to heal and do some training, he could be the number 2 running back. Let's talk about the Knicks. They fired their head coach. Why? They just led them to almost a great season. And yeah, I know almost doesn't cut it and almost doesn't pay the bills, but this year it really did pay the bills. You had a fantastic season. Fantastic. Yeah, they didn't go to the final game, but I thought they did great. Fire the man over there. There must have been something in his contract saying that if they didn't go to the dance, he was going home. Mets, They just tied for number one versus the Sox, but they're still looking to improve their roster. How could they improve this roster? This is a great team. This is a great season for them. They're gonna go far. They're gonna go deep into October, and hopefully they can bring home the pennant for us. And then the Rangers, they just signed Matt Rempe, the goon. Do they want more penalty minutes? Do they want more ejections? That's the only thing this guy is good for. Yeah, he can fight, and yeah, they score points when he's on the ice somehow. Yeah, he has more pluses than minuses. But the dude is not a good player. He's a goon. That's all he is. And somehow people like him. I'm a fan. I don't like him, so I can't say the fans like him. But get rid of him, get somebody young, get somebody with some speed. They need to pick up the game. I know it's the Rangers. I know they play slow, methodical, burn the time, big checks, not so much moving the puck around, but once you get the puck, you shoot hard, and you check back, you get the puck back and you keep shooting. But this guy, he needs to disappear. He needs to go down to the minors or something. Go play in Hartford or something. And so I hope you like this version of Alone with a Man, number 11. A little bit here, a little bit there. Gave some new stuff. Tried out. I don't know. Tell me what you think. If you like it, subscribe to the channel. Share it and give me a like. And don't forget to drop a comment. They help.